And so despite coronavirus cases rising in the state of Arizona, President Donald Trump went on to hold his second leg of campaigning in the city Yuma. This was just days after his controversial rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Trump made a speech about his administration's response to COVID-19. Despite several experts warning, a tightly packed crowd of Trump supporters gathered at the Dream City Church in Phoenix in Arizona. Most of the supporters were not wearing any protective gear or masks and were seen to be flouting all kinds of social distancing norms. Arizona has reported more than 58,000 positive cases of coronavirus and over 1,300 deaths till now. Trump, though, pushed forward his agenda for the wall along the border with Mexico and used the coronavirus pandemic as an opportunity to make his stance tougher on immigration.
So my administration has done more than any administration in history to secure our southern border. Our border has never been more secure. I think Doug can tell you that. Anybody at this table can tell you that. It's never even been close. The numbers now, including not only the wall has helped a lot. Where we have that 200 miles to 12 and now 220.
President Trump, who won the state of Arizona with a small margin in 2016, is hoping to emerge victorious in the upcoming presidential election. Speaking at the rally, Trump hit out at China for the global pandemic and claimed that his administration was effectively limiting the virus spread.
We'll work it out with DACA. I think good things are happening with DACA. The left-wing mob is trying to demolish our heritage so they can replace it with a new repressive regime that they alone control. They're tearing down statues, desecrating monuments, and purging dissenters. It's not the behavior of a peaceful political movement. It's the behavior of totalitarians and tyrants and people that don't love our country. They don't love our country.
Protesters in the U.S. are calling for the removal of a famous statue which depicts Civil War time President Abraham Lincoln and a freed slave. This is the other story that is emanating from the United States. A large crowd gathered around the Emancipation Memorial, vowing to take it down. Several police units have also been deployed to the Lincoln Park in Washington, D.C. following the removal threats. Interestingly, the statue, which was erected in 1876, was paid for by freed slaves. Remember, Abraham Lincoln was the president when slavery was abolished in the United States. However, the statue has long been criticized for showing a former slave as subservient to Lincoln.
You can't trust this country to tell the truth when it comes to what happens to our people, to black people. And of course, a country that does that creates these types of symbols. Of course it does. It wants to solidify its power.
Meanwhile, protesters and police clashed outside the White House following attempts to topple the statue of former U.S. President Andrew Jackson in nearby Lafayette Square. The police fired what appeared to be pepper spray at one man and later arrested him after he approached them carrying the chair. This came as Twitter hid another tweet by the U.S. President Donald Trump in which he threatened protesters with force. The social media platform said that the tweet was abusive.